everyone, hello, it's Lizzie Martell and I am back here again for my second video on how to draw an Easter chick. Hopefully you all caught my first video on how to draw a narwhal and I loved your narwhals, and now I'm back again with the second video, and this time it's how to draw an Easter chick. So we're going to draw a chick. What you're going to need to start with, as always for me, is a outline pen. So I use the Uni Pin Fineliner, which if you don't have a fine liner like this one's black, you can use anything really to outline that's black and strong. So we can do this kind of outlining because we're going to start our drawing by doing an outline, just like these ones here. And so we need a pen for outlining. Then we're going to go on to colour in your chick. So I'm going to be using paints, and I'm going to teach you how to do watercolour paints. So you're going to need a paintbrush, you're going to need some water, and you're going to need a set of either watercolours or just ordinary paints. Don't worry if you don't have watercolours, not everybody does, and we are in lockdown. But if you haven't got any paints at all, or you just feel like colouring your chick in today, you can use colour pencils or crayons or felt tip pens or anything you have. Just make sure it's yellow. You're going to need a yellow and an orange, unless you want a really colourful chick, in which case go for it. So when we're drawing our chick today, I want you to remember that this is your chick and your space and your time to paint however you want and draw however you want. So I've drawn some chicks up here, and this outline that we're going to do first of all, you can change your chick to look however you want. So this one here's a nice tall chick, and I've drawn a chick with funny stick legs, and he's got this like real sense of purpose, and he's going forward and he's looking up, and he's a really positive little chick. This little chick over here is also marching forward, but he's got a little round wing and a little fluffy bottom, and this one here has got funny feet, and he's a bit different. So you can do whatever kind of chick you want when you do your outlining, so don't think whatever I do you have to copy. I want you to go for it and use your imagination and do whatever you want. So what does a chick look like in real life? I'm going to show you a picture on my iPad. So this is what a chick looks like in real life, and this is what we're going to be drawing today, these ones here. So we're going to start with our fineliner pens. So grab your fineliner pens. We're not going to bother with pencil or rubbing out because mistakes are okay. So we're going to start by drawing the outline of our little chick and his body. So I want you to start from the top of the head and do a sort of semicircle head, just like that. And then you're going to come round and draw his tummy. So a little dip in, and you can go back out again to make him have a cute round little tummy. Now, to make this chick look really fluffy, we're going to do lots of little dashy lines with your pens. So this is the bit that makes him look fluffy. So this part here, and this part here, and this part here. So we're going to come round the top of his head that we just drew, and we're going to do a few little flicks just to show that he's got a bit of fluff. And that's the sticky out fluffy bit, because chicks are really fluffy. And then we're going to draw the bottom, the top of his back. So there we go. So we do another semicircle up. And then we got the tummy here. So we could do at the bottom of the tummy, usually they have a bit of fluff by their legs. So you could do a few more bits of fluff. Now you can actually do fluff all the way around if you want to and have a really like fluffy chick. Or you can do like I've done, a little bit of line and a little bit of fluff. And so when we've done the bottom of his leg fluff, you're going to have a little bit more of a semicircle, and then we're going to do a really fluffy bottom. So you can do fluff, and then you could do fluff, and make it really crazy. So you could even do a few curls on it. So curls under, curls up the top, and he's got a really sweet little fluffy bottom. And when we've got that, we're going to do a beak. So you can do a little beak or you can do a big beak. So we're going to do some character of his eye. So we've got a little eye here. So draw in your eye. And we don't draw a smile on a chick, I don't think, because its smile would be in its beak. So I'm going to leave my chick without a smile. But maybe if you wanted to, you could do a little line. And that maybe makes him look like he's got some smile and some character. So once you've done your smile, you're going to do the eye and the smile, and you can give him an eyebrow like before, or you can give him eyelashes, but I think he looks quite cute as he is. You're going to do his feet. Now, from the fluffy bit that you've just drawn at the bottom, if you've drawn one, you're going to draw a lovely sticky leg. Now, you can do what I've done up here, and you can just do a line, or you can do 2 lines to make him have a bit more of a thicker leg. So I'm going to do a sticky leg just today, just because it's nice and easy. So you can do a stick, you can do a long stick and make him a really tall chick, or you can do a little leg and make him a really small dinky little chick. And then I think this little chick's going to be dancing, so I'm going to do my chick with a sticky out leg like that. And when you've done the leg, you can either, as I said, do another little line to make it a bit thicker, or maybe I will do that. Okay, I'll change my mind. I'll do a little bit. So you can do 2 little lines to make your chick have little leg, and then we're going to do the feet. So I'm going to do 3 lines on my chick's foot. 1, 2, 3. And then at the back one, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. And we need to join up the feet because these are like his toes, if you like. You can do a little one at the back if you want, like we saw. And then I'm going to make his foot. So I'm going to draw a lovely little wiggly foot over the top of his toes, just like that. And there you go. He's got his little feet and his little legs. And what's missing, and the last thing to do, is his wings. So we've got 3 different types of wings you can choose from up here, but I'm just going to do a cute little flicky wing up there, and then I'm going to have some feathers just like that. So 3 little semicircles underneath his wing to make him a fluffy little chick, and he looks pretty cute. I mean, you can go a bit further if you wanted to and do a few dashes just to make him look extra tiny bit fluff, just like that. Oh, isn't he cute? And great, and that's our outline done. So I'm going to go on to painting. So chicks are a lot simpler than a narwhal because they're all yellow really. And so you're going to take your yellow and get some water on your paintbrush, and then you're going to mix some really nice yellows. Now I'm lucky because I've got 3 different types of yellow in my paint box, but you might just have 1, and that's okay. So you're going to take some water on your paintbrush, mix it with your paint, and then you're going to start wherever you like, and you're going to just colour the whole of your chicken with a watery layer of yellow. Now, I don't know if you saw from my narwhal and you remember, you got to keep the paint wet and you keep spreading the paint with water if you're using watercolours, and it's that water that makes the paint spread beautifully all around your illustration for watercolours. And so then you've got your first layer, and that's your first layer for your chick. Now, I'm going to go a bit darker on my chick so I can give him a bit of depth. So I've mixed a little bit darker yellow. What you can do is you can mix a tiny weeny bit of red in with your yellow, just like I have there. Maybe just a tiny bit to make him a little bit orange, because you could get a bit more of a depth, darker yellow with that. And then when the paint's still a tiny bit wet, I'm going to start from the bottom and I'm going to do some more dabs on my chick, because I want the bottom of him to be a bit darker, because I think the light would come from the top of him, because obviously he's a chick in the sunshine. There you go. And so we've got a chick with a lovely dark yellow bottom, and I'm just spreading the paint around with a bit more water. And if you want to go even more layers, you could go more dabs. You could add that little bit of red like I'm going to do now, a little bit of red in with the yellow, and then you could have a bit more of a even darker tummy, just like that. And don't forget to add some water and spread your paint around if you wanted to make it look a little bit thicker or a little bit more darker just up here. There we go. Now I'm going to pretend he's got a little cheek, so I'm going because my chick has a cheek, and I'm going to add a little bit of a darker yellow just where his cheek would be, so it looks like he's blushing a little bit. Just a cute little thing to do. And you'll notice I've left a little bit of white underneath here, and I told you in my narwhal video I really love leaving a little bit of white just because it makes it stand out a little bit more. There we go. I think I'm quite happy with that. And I like the bottom there. I'm going to mix a little bit more orange by mixing my red and my yellow together, just so he's a bit, there we go, he's so cute. Now while we're waiting for him to dry on his body, you're going to paint his legs. So I would like you to mix either red and yellow to make an orange, or if you're lucky and you've got an orange paint, use your orange paint. And we're going to paint his little legs in orange just like that. And you can just do one layer to start with, and then you can make it darker, or you can just leave it one layer, however you'd like. And I'm leaving a little bit of white just to make it look cool. And then we can also do his beak the same colour to match, just like that. And there you have it, you pretty much have your chick. One thing you can do while you're waiting for your chick's body to dry so we can paint in his wing is you can do some accessories. So where is your chick going to be? Is he going to be in a barnyard at a farm? Is he going to be in a nest? Is he going to be with his family? Where would you like to put your chick? I'm going to draw some green grass. And I draw my grass really scatty because grass is just fun to draw. So big sticky long bits and little sticky long bits. That's not my official wording. There we go, just a little bit of grass around him. And I'm going to draw an egg like he's just come out of an egg. So I've drawn one up here. So if you want to draw an egg, you do a semicircle. We're doing lots of semicircles today. And then you could do a jagged, cool, broken egg edge, just like that. And of course, you've got to do the other side. So up here, I'm going to draw the other side of his egg, like he's just broken out of it. So a semicircle, and then some jaggedy edges. And then you can begin to paint that. I'm going to mix up some green, but like this is your chick, so you can do whatever colour you want. You don't have to have green grass. And I'm going to add a little bit more water to my green. So what I want to do is a first layer of grass is go up and down by painting your grass with a first layer. It doesn't matter if you go over the edges, it looks cool. It's a bit more, you can even do some really long grass. Crazy first layer of grass that's quite watery. Just like that. That's it. That's it. And then you're going to let that dry. And while you're waiting for the grass to dry and the chick body to dry, we can draw the eggshell. So I don't actually know what colour chicks' eggs are, but I'm going to guess they're white, but I feel like a bit of blue. So I'm going to make my chick egg a little bit blue with lots of water. So it's a pale blue, and it's a really soft, pretty speckled blue painted egg. So we're using a very pale blue, and then I'm going to add another bit of paint on top of my first layer while it's still wet, just to get a bit of shading and depth. And I'm not colouring, you'll notice I'm not colouring the whole thing in. I feel like I need to leave a little bit of white. And then you can do your dab, dab, dab that you learnt from the narwhal to create a bit of speckle going on there. And then I'm going to do the same for the other one. Add some water and spread my paint around if you're using watercolours. There we go. And tap, 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 tap. Ta-da! So once your chick is dried and his body is not wet anymore, we've got to get a little bit more yellow, and you're going to just give a little bit of detail to the wing. So you can do like I've just done, add a little bit of paint just over the top of the wing so it stands out a little bit compared to his body. And if you wanted to, you could add that yellow paint on the dabs that you've done with your fineliner, just to make it look like his fluffy is standing out. Ta-da! There we go. And you can add a little bit more definition using your paint to his tail as well, and his fluffy bits that you've that you've done there earlier. There we go. So that's your chick finished. And if you wanted to, you can then add a little bit of the blue to the speckled blue to the egg that you did earlier. So I'm going to just do a few extra dots just to make the detail a bit fun on the egg. It's more dabs. There you go. So you've got a speckled egg that he's just broken out of, and your grass. And so you put your second layer of grass on when everything's dry. Bit more paint. There you go. Just like that. And then the thicker, darker grass goes on top, and it just looks a little bit more realistic when you've got a lighter layer of grass in the background. And it doesn't massively matter where you do your grass, just go for it. Just like that. And there you have it, an Easter chick. So I really hope you guys have had fun today drawing and painting a little Easter chick, and you could make your chick have little bows. You could do him in a haystack. He could have loads and loads of chick brothers and sisters, and you can just get creative with your Easter eggs. So you can do this ahead of Easter. Maybe you could draw your chicks and then you could send them to somebody who's in isolation and cheer them up for Easter. And most of all, have fun doing it. Whatever you choose to draw and however you use your imaginations, go for it and have fun. I would love to see what you come up with, so please do send me your pictures and I'll see if I can share them. And I will continue to make these videos. So what would you like to see next? I was thinking of doing an Easter bunny maybe for next week, so if you like Easter bunnies, keep tuned. But let me know what animals you'd like to see, and I will keep making these videos. I do these videos for free and I will keep doing them for free. However, if you would like to make a small donation, if you are able to and you would like to, then I'll put my PayPal details down at the bottom and I would be very grateful. So as always guys, thank you so much for watching and take care and get creative. See you later. Bye.